Man, can I just tell you something? First of all, welcome to Denver's Teaching Tips, My 2 Cents Friday. Parents may disagree, but I'm going to say it anyway. Listen, I just want to tell you, sometimes you teach your kids without teaching your kids. Like this, the other day, I saw a parent, instead of being in the line for pickup, they tried to go around and park and then come up and get the kid out of. And you teaching your children that they don't have to follow rules. And it's probably going to backfire on you because if you teach them they don't have to follow simple rules like that, or like another time, I saw a parent, instead of you walking your child across the crosswalk, like if the rules say, you walk diagonally across the street. And it's okay if you're an adult, but when you are doing things with your children and you do shortcuts and things like that, you teach your children that they don't have to follow the rules of the public or the law of the land. And that's not the way that's not how you want your children to live, because that's not going to end well for them. It's not going to end well for you. That's how we end up with children and parents who, calling the cops on their children because they scared of the children, because you have trained them. You have taught them without teaching them. When they see you do something, if they see you lie, cheat, and steal to get what you want, that's how they're going to do. If they see that you get mad and have an attitude and throw things like, oh my God, I'm going to have to react to some of these videos like the people in McDonald's. Somebody mess up their order and they going behind the counter, throwing stuff and screaming and yelling. If your children see you do that, how you think they're going to behave? You are teaching your children without teaching them. And another thing, let's start giving our children some chores at home. Because when you give your children chores and ensure that they do them, you teaching them responsibility. You teaching them to follow through on what they said they are going to do. And I see a lot of adults out here who don't have that. A lot of adults don't have that ability to follow through on what they say. Men, hell, I'm going to talk about me. I say, I'm going to start a diet. I'm going to go to the gym. Not happening. It doesn't happen at all. But I'm learning to do better and follow through and keep promises to myself. But if you start young with your kids, teaching them, giving them chores and teaching them to follow the rules, don't know shortcuts. Do what you are supposed to do. Take your time, do it right the first time. Teach your children those things, those concepts, and I bet it will pay off in the end. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to be on here long. But parents, you are teaching your children without teaching. Everything that you do in front of them is teaching them. I'm going to say it to the teachers too. Teachers, sometimes when you scream at that kid, like I do sometimes, but I have learned, when you scream at that kid to gain compliance, and your children say, oh, the way you get what you want is anger. So then they gonna try it. They learning from you too. When the principal tell everybody in the building to stop talking, and you decide to keep talking to your teacher friend in front of your students, the students say, oh, well, we don't have to do what the principal say. Then when the student act up, where you gonna send them? To the principal. But you taught them they didn't have to do what the principal say. So when the principal sent them back with a bag of chips, now you mad. But you taught them that. That's why sometimes when, like, I have a cloud relaxation, and when I have that cloud relaxation on, I told them, I tell my children, I don't care if Jesus walked to the door, you do not move during that cloud relaxation. If Jesus wants you to move, he'll move you. I tell them. And so when teachers come in my room trying to talk during my cloud relaxation, Mr. So-and-so or Miss So-and-so, we don't talk during this time. I'll talk to you after this. Or sometimes I see them at the door and I hold my finger up and they have to wait. Because I'm not going to interrupt my cloud relaxation, because I'm teaching the children that there are times where they're non-negotiable. We need to be quiet. And that's how I train them. So whenever they see those clouds, they know, even if somebody come knock on the door, if somebody reading announcements, if the principal say, now it's time for the fourth grade to go to such and such, if the fourth grade are in the middle of my cloud relaxation, they won't move until it's over. And they know that. And I've trained them to do that. And that's kind of way you got to train your students, teachers. If you tell them no talking, you can't get them to teach a friend and say, oh, well, we gonna, and you running it down. When I tell my students we are on silent, that means I'm on silent too. So when a teacher come in, I'm sorry, we on silent. I'm gonna talk with you in a minute. Teaching your children without teaching them. Okay. I'm a hush, because I done said my 2 cents, and that's all I'm gonna say. I want to say, look at my t-shirt. I wish I could show y'all the whole thing. Look at it. Back to school. I had a former teacher that taught at our school, Miss Roshan. Her husband made these for me. I'm gonna have to get his information, and if y'all want one, you can order one. I can find out where to order them. It say back to school. We're not ready, but here we go. I love it. Anyway, y'all, where the spirit of learning is, there is liberty. There is liberty for children to learn new things and try new things. They are not scared. Where the spirit of learning is, there is liberty. All right. Have a good day.